All right, so we're back for the final step, putting the sides and these other pieces going the opposite direction here. You can see them here in blue. So we are going to start off with a sketch on this side surface here. So click one of those faces. And there we go. All right. So first off, we want to steal or use a couple of these parts. So we want that whole line. So make sure the whole line highlights on the top piece of all. Ooh, I got the center point there. And that whole line on all of these. All right, looking good. And we also want the bottom corner here on both of those. And we'll push OK. All right. So now let's hide those for a second. We're going to want a shape coming along here. And oop, exited the sketch by accident. So we want, I messed that one up. We want a line going around the whole bottom. And then we want to connect all these pieces. And some of those might be straight lines. It's really up to you, right? You could do a straight line like this if you like. You could do some sort of curve like this, right? Do something like this maybe. Or if you want to do some sort of wave. Or just a straight line. All these designs are up to you. And what's another shape I could use? Let's just do another curve there. Ooh, I got some weird stuff going on in that one. I don't know why that showed up. Go away. All right. So there I got my general shape there. And that is what we're going to want to extrude here. We can show those pieces again. We can see what we're dealing with. And you can kind of see, there we go. All right. So let's extrude this. Clicking on there, making sure I got everything. Ooh, I forgot that part somehow. So making sure you don't miss any little pieces there. That should be the thickness again. Some of this is very similar to what we've done in the past. Going new. All right. And now we want to do a little Boolean action here. We're going to subtract again. The tools are all these other pieces, including the bottom there in the background. The target is our dark blue surface here. And look at that, we're chopping all those holes in there. All right, looking good. Oops, I did not say keep tools. There are tools. All right, that's looking pretty good. All right, and that shape can be anything you like. If you want to put some extra designs on the side, you're welcome to. Maybe you even want to put something like your Chanel logo. I don't know, it's up to you, right? So now we want to repeat this and do a linear pattern. We're going to say, I want to pattern this. I want to go in this direction, and kind of similar to what we did before. Let's see what this is starting to look like. You see that? That's making that. So this should be our total length. Right, we've seen this before. Ooh, but remember this jumps out a little too far, so we want to say subtract the thickness. Look at that, that lines up pretty good, right? Now, you could just have one on each side if you like that, or if you want to section it off into smaller pieces like this, we can do that too. And you know, I want 5 this time, right? But remember, this is the same thing that happened last time. They show up way over there. So if you want 5 pieces, this needs to be in parentheses, doing a little math here, and divide that by 4. Remember, 1 less. There we go, right? That's looking pretty good. You know, maybe I do want smaller compartments than that. So maybe I want that to be 7, and I want this piece not to be, I want this to be 6 now. play with this a little bit. Oh, yeah, I like the look of that. That looks pretty good. That can hold all my makeup, all my eyeliner and stuff like that, right? All right, so we're saying okay, and now we're starting to get somewhere. So we have a couple issues we still have to fix though. First off, these blue pieces on the end work great, right? Those holes are going through, but let's hide some of these middle ones there for a second. Oop, we haven't put the holes in those yet. We'll see that in a second. When we do our Boolean operation here, we're going to do some subtraction. The tools will be all these new blue pieces we have. The targets will be the front and all these other pieces. Basically everything else. We want to keep our tools, and you might start to notice something here. That's looking pretty good, right? The holes in the front, the holes in the back, the holes are in the bottom. Now, these middle pieces are going to be the weird ones here. Let's hide those. So if you had this piece going through there, you can't connect this side to this side right now because, well, it just wouldn't work. Let's hide one of these. Let's see which one I can hide and see this better, right? So if you can't have this piece connected to this piece and thread through there because it's a solid piece. So instead of little slots like this, we're going to have to think of it like some of those early projects. These middle pieces, we're going to have them slide together like this, so just 2 notches. So it gets a little confusing here. So I'm going to go this slow. Feel free to pause this as I go. I want to unhide some stuff here. All right. So the bottom is hidden right now. We don't need to worry about the bottom. And let's hide all the gray pieces too. Those are all hidden right now. So now here are my pieces. I'm going to cut a notch, and where I want to start, I'm going to say, I like if this was hollow all the way up here. So I'm going to say extrude, and we're going to say remove. I'm going to click, actually I don't want that surface. Yeah, why not? That'll be fine. And we're going to say all the way up there, so that's going way up above. And you can see it's going to cut that notch all the way through there. Right? You can choose whichever little spot is going to look good for you. And we want to do the same thing on all of these. So I'm going to repeat that. Oop, I'm sorry, I don't want to do that on the last one, because those ones are going to be fine. But all the middle pieces are going to need this. All right, so we got notches on all of those now. Let's see what this is going to look like. And you're also going to need to say which parts are in the scope, which is all these. And there we should have it. All right, that's, oh, we missed one here. So let's go back to our extrude. Oh, why is it? Oh, we forgot to click on that one. So this is our parts that we want to do the cutting from. Hopefully that fixed it. All right, looking good. And those 2 end pieces are looking good. So let's show all parts here, and we can start to see what's going on here. You're gonna have to play with this a little bit, but oh, that's not. We're gonna have to tweak that a little bit. So we got a little problem there. So we have a little goofiness. If you see something like this, you gotta play with it. The simple solution for the problem I have right now So I'm just going to flip this. So instead of going upwards with this, I'm going to go downwards and say OK. Now that piece is going to slide over this gray piece here. But we still have some holes in the gray piece that we don't need. So we are going to do one final Boolean, and we're going to use all these blue pieces. All the blue pieces are going to be doing some cutting. That's the pieces we just changed and did some edits on, and we're going to cut those from our gray pieces. We're going to say keep tools. All right, so let's see if we can get an idea of what this is going to look like. Let's hide a few of these so you can kind of see what's going on there now. And you know what? We don't need these top holes here anymore. So why don't we go and fill that too? And we're going to do one more extrude. And we're going to say these surfaces, all of these spots, we're trying to fill this hole. Not the end pieces. The end pieces are fine. And we don't want it to go that high. We're just going to say it's low enough that it fills the hole, but not high enough. We're going to say add also. So it adds to those pieces. That looks pretty good, right? It's going to fill that hole. And we're going to say merge scope. We want to click on all these pieces we want to do the work on. And look at that. I know this step gets very confusing. I will be here in class to help you out, but that should be it. So let's show all our parts here. Now there is our finished little piece. All right. Whew, that was a lot, but we got through it. That final step, I will be here to help you out. Helps if you just start hiding pieces and seeing if it looks together, like it's going to fit together, right? All right, enjoy, cut that out, and you will have your makeup thing. Oh, and again, if you want to decorate that, put some logos on the side for your favorite stuff or whatever you like. Or if you want to, you could even put stuff, words on the bottom there, like, you know, lipstick goes here or whatever you like. I don't know. It's up to you. Have some fun with that before you laser cut it out. And we'll see you soon.